Hi again, groovy guys and gals. It's Barry with Barry's 8-Track and Classic Car Radio Repair. And today's demonstration is going to be on another Delco T400 8-Track player. And right off the bat, we've got a couple of pretty major problems here. The customer included the knobs with the unit. The customer also sent the unit with some of the mounting brackets mounted on the unit. Those are absolute no-nos. When the customer sends in a unit, he fills out a work order, which contains my terms and conditions. And let's zoom in on this thing here. And in huge, big, bold print, remove knobs, brackets, and decorative plastics. Send only the unit itself with the tuning dial left in place. So that's impossible to miss when the customer is filling out the work order. And then below that, I have an additional statement saying I accept no liabilities or responsibilities for loss or damage to knobs, brackets, mounting hardware, ground straps, or plastic pieces. Now, there's a reason for this. It's not that I'm trying to be a hard ass. It's that this stuff can be very expensive when you go to try to buy it. And people tend to forget, over the few months that their unit might be in my shop, it's easy to forget, about knobs and brackets and things like that. In the past, it's been a thing of like a customer would call me and say, well, I got my radio back, it sounds great, but you forgot to give me back my knobs. And then I would say, well, you didn't send them with the units, sir. Well, yes, I did. Well, no, you didn't. So at any rate, needless to say, this could lead to all kinds of problems, unjust liabilities on my part. So basically, the solution I came up with is customers are not allowed to send this stuff with the unit. If they do send it, I'm not responsible for it. So it is very important that the customer removes his knobs and keeps them. Any mounting brackets, basically, if it's not part of the unit itself, remove it and don't send it with the unit. So that's a statement that I had to kind of reiterate here and reinforce. So that being stated, let's move on here. This is a Delco T400, and this is the usual pre-shipment performance test to make sure everything's working correctly. In case the customer hooks it up incorrectly and blows something up, we know that it was fine when it left the shop. So let's go ahead and pop some temptations into this unit, make sure everything works. Switch tracks several times. Okay, make sure the balance control works. Left, right, left, right, and back to center. Okay, volume control obviously works. Tone control. Switch tracks a few more times. Okay, now we're going to pull our tape out, and we're just going to perform a few more tests. Now this type of 8-track player, the speakers actually connect to the 8-track player, and the speaker switching between the 8-track and the radio is done inside the 8-track player. So we need to also make sure that with the tape removed, it passes the radio output to the speakers through its internal switching network. So I'm just going to feed a quick test tone into the appropriate pins on the connector and make sure that we hear our tone through the speakers without a tape inserted. So here we go. This is going to be one of them sends a signal to the left speaker, and then 3 of these terminals send the signal to the right speaker. So let's just go ahead and just make sure it does that. Okay, we're not getting a lot of output from our signal generator, so let me, and then I am just feeding just a few volts into the speaker, so it's not going to be very loud, but you will hear it. Okay, there's the right speaker, and then those 3 work with the right speaker, and then this one works with the left speaker. So that takes care of that. And then it also sends the appropriate voltage to the radio, and though you can't see it, I'm going to test that real quick just to make sure that we do have voltage on that pin with the tape removed. Okay, and a quick check, and yes, I am getting the voltage. So the unit is working correctly on all functions, and it's sending the voltage and signals where it should with a taper inserted or removed. So that's it. This is a short and sweet test. It's not a conversion, just a basic 8-track player, so the test went pretty quick. And on that happy note, I will get out of here and get on to the next job. This is Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair. If you have an 8-track unit either for home or for car use in need of service, you can contact me directly at 928-533-9666. I also do FM conversions and power upgrades, modernizations on old car AM radios. We can also include Bluetooth, USB reader, line inputs, and other cool stuff. So, my website is in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.